I'm sitting here this morning having my coffee with no children, early morning mom alone time by the fire. And I was thinking about how my personality was so different when I was on birth control. And I know that we don't want to talk about the harms of birth control because we, as a society, connect it to women's rights, and we think that it was a liberation for women. But my personality was 100% different. And if there's people that know me and knew me in my late teens and almost all of my 20s, they know that I was highly emotional. I was always with the wrong man. I was highly insecure. And when I went off birth control, I found out that I was actually a very stable personality, very driven, and not radically emotional up and down. And I had radical emotional swings where I would be so much anger and so much sadness that I couldn't contain it in my body. And I essentially have never felt that way after a few months of detoxing birth control. And I took both the pill and I even did the injections because I thought that that was easier. And I remember feeling so unwell when I would get the injections. And I just want to say that it's not harmless. To have a substance in our body every day that changes our personality to be dependent on a pharmaceutical like that. And whether it is a drug that is for depression or for anxiety or for birth control, we really have to find ways to regulate our own self and do the work to regulate your own self. And in this case, honestly, just by not being on the medication, I was highly regulated. Just my own self was totally capable of not being emotional and not being swinging from one side to another. And my brother Ryland, he put up with so much dysfunction. We had a business together and we lived together when I was on birth control pills. My personality was totally different. So I just want to say that if you're on birth control, get off of it, because you are deregulating your hormones, which deregulates your personality, which makes you a different person. And I also want to say, you could only get pregnant a few days of the month. So learn about your cycle and just manage it that way. We are totally capable as women to be in control of our fertility without pharmaceuticals.